everyone, Steph here from thegoodride.com, and here we're checking out the Royal from Rome in a 144. This is kind of their beginner all-mountain board, maybe a learn-to-turn board or just a really playful board for the intermediate rider. It's got a pretty soft flex. They have it rated as a 3 out of 10. So it's pretty soft. And then the profile is a flat in between the feet and / under the bindings to a rocker profile. So you get rocker on the nose and the tail and flat in between for that added stability and kind of like a little better edge hold than a full rocker board. And then it comes with an extruded base that is durable and easy to fix and requires not too much maintenance, so it'll hold its speed even if you don't wax it every day. So it is a true twin, so it's the same on the nose as it is on the tail. You can ride it switch or normal, it's going to feel exactly the same. So this is kind of meant to be the learning board. I feel like it's friendly enough for a first-time rider. It's definitely easy to turn. It kind of pivots a little bit when you're flat base, so getting off the chairlift might have a little bit of a learning curve, whereas a board with more positive camber would track a little straighter. But it's not too bad. It's not as squirrely as a full rocker board. That added flat zone helps to keep it slightly more stable and to track a little better when it's flat base. It was pretty stable for the 3 out of 10 flex and the rocker profile. So it did pretty good at like medium speeds. It didn't get jumpy or anything, but you could feel it a little bit in the kind of slushy conditions that we were riding this in. It was kind of started out icy and then melted to like that nice California spring corn in the afternoon. I rode it with the Rome Flare bindings and my Vans Vera boots. So in steeps, this board handled pretty well. It's not exactly the ideal steeps board. I would prefer something with a little bit more stability and a little bit more edge hold and kind of like performance, maybe some positive camber in there somewhere. But you know, it's enough to get down. So it kind of lives more in that green run to blue / black run, maybe a little black run, but mostly the green and blue zone. And you know, the edge hold is a little less than medium for ice, just because of the rocker profile. It's not going to be extremely grippy on icy conditions, but you know, you do get that flat zone, so it's going to be a little better than a full rocker board, but less than a board that has more positive camber, and there's no side cut disruption, so you don't get any added help. But it wasn't like terrible, so it's a little bit on the low end of medium for the amount of edge hold it has in ice. So it'd be better in like better snow conditions, a little softer snow, definitely not an ice coast board, more like a decent snow condition board. It's totally pressable, it's super butterable, it takes almost no effort to get it up on the nose or the tail. It would be good for learning freestyle tricks, you know, maybe good for the first time intro to park person, or if you want to get into hitting boxes or rails. It's pretty forgiving for jibbing, especially if you're learning. You know, you're going to be able to land and spin it around and not catch edges. It would also be good for learning to turn, because you're not going to have to worry about that edge catch that you get from like a more positive camber board. So very forgiving ride, maneuverable, off-piste. You know, it's quick to turn, it's easy to manipulate, it's easy to twist the board to get that board to really turn on edge quickly. It kind of likes slow to medium speeds. It's not a hard charger. It likes to play around and make turns and kind of like explore the mountain a little bit. So it is a true twin, but if you're going to ride it in powder, it should float pretty well with this rocker profile. It should hold the nose up. It's not going to sink down. So if you are just learning and you want that one board to learn how to turn on, but then if you get deeper snow, you can still ride it and you don't have to like change your board out. So it'll float in powder, but it's not a super aggressive powder board. It would be a good learning to ride powder board, or a good learn to turn board, or a good intro to park board, you know, kind of in that beginner to intermediate zone. If you are a rider who doesn't want to ride super fast, wants something that's really forgiving and kind of maneuverable, but also playful, maybe the Royal could be a good option. It's a good kind of price point board that you don't have to worry too much about. It has a nice base that you don't have to maintenance a whole lot. You don't have to wax it all the time. It's easy to fix. Yes, if you're looking for a fun learning board that can grow with you into your intermediate riding, then maybe check out the Royal from Rome.
I think it's pretty fun, actually. Like the heist, it's like a twin, but it's more of a rocker, and it's also more flexible than the heist. Which, if you're looking for something super playful, you got that. Yeah, I like the twin. I like the length of it. The design is sick.
Yeah, it looks good. How did it feel in a more advanced terrain, like on Cornice? How did it feel?
I felt less comfortable on it on Cornice. I felt like I couldn't hold my turns around and it wasn't rounding as well, but it's also a rocker.
Yeah, like some more skidded turns.
Yeah.
And maybe like a smaller radius too, not like quite big,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So you think this one lives in like a green run, blue run kind of life?
Yeah.
Or it would be, honestly, I think that'd be a good like intro to park
Yeah, I
board.
think a park board, yeah.
Yeah, like if you're trying to learn boxes or like small jumps.
Yeah.
It's not stable enough for bigger stuff, but it's fun to butter on.
Yeah, it's super flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would recommend this board.
Yeah.
For anyone that is like beginner, intermediate, definitely not all mountain, charging hard.
Yeah.
But if you want to get playful.
Yeah. Like good learn to turn, bring those turns to a blue run, play around.
Yeah.
Yeah.